What's up, guys? Iggy here, coming at you with another one. It is, I think it's Monday. Well, it's about 9 p.m. Monday night. It is 30 degrees and raining, so it is a rather gross day, but it's warm enough where we don't need a fire. So you saw that I went and pulled the G17 and the BALDR Pro R along with the G34. If you didn't know, G34 is just a little bit longer than the 17, so the folding prop is adequate to do this. So, and this is a quick one. This is all we're putting on it, a G-code paddle and the blocking for it. So this is going to be a relatively quick build, but there is two holsters to this order. So this one is going to be just an outside the waistband right hand, I believe, with the G-code paddle in plain black. And then the next one is actually going to be a appendix rig with a sidecar. I'm going to do that off the same mold, but I'm only going to show you the paddle for now because I spent this weekend lasering for the Maine State Police over at Reed's Gun Shop. I've done a video there before, and I did a whole bunch of other stuff for people getting ready for Christmas. So that was, you know, a nice 2-hour trip up, did the job, 2 hours down, and then I had to unpack the laser, get it inside because it's too cold in here for it. I will destroy it, and so I'm going to be setting that back up so I could run some foamies for you guys. So, but I'll do that after this video because my laptop's in there, everything's in there, because I just don't want it getting too cold. So let's go ahead. I already have the press on, and let's build a holster. And honestly, only thing we got to do is figure out where we're putting the blocking for this. So you can line this up. Obviously, we know the grip is right. Everything's in line. So for holding the grip, we want our belt line to be right below our knuckles. So we're looking at, let's see here, Matt, right there. We'll throw this right there. And we probably don't need any blocking under that because most of it is on that anyway. So let's just take some tape. And we got to make it so the kidex doesn't fold under it on this side. And just a little bit right here. Bam! What do you know? That is done. So I wonder if I have a piece big enough already. And look at that. That I do. Man, this is getting easier and easier. So let's check the press. I believe the press is up. Yep, but I just came back in from dinner, so this is cold. So I'm gonna take some of my hair off of it, and I'm gonna run it through a press to get some heat into this foam and get some moisture out of it. So I'll let that go for another 97 seconds. While I'm waiting, I'll just prep this area. So we'll go ahead, set up the fence, and get it going. This is going to be a quick one. I still haven't had time to look at my compressor. I'm sure it's wiring or sensor related, but this is what I'm using right now to dry or to cool the kidex. So I think this was like 60 bucks at Home Depot. It's a Ryobi. I don't care. It does the job. So I've had it for a while. I actually clean my floors with it. So, but that's going to beep soon. And we'll get this in, cool it with this. There it is. And in the press we are, and I figured out that with this particular press, as soon as that hits 370 degrees on the count back up, this is ready to pull. And that's what I'm going to do. So let's set you guys up so you'll see the suck. now we're just going to mark out the holes for the paddle and then drill the retention holes. And no trim jig, so we're going to cut all the way around, fold it, and then mark where we're going to cut. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so again, my fingers go in here. So that's roughly right there in the middle. So what we can do is just go a hair lower and then go higher, and they'll be able to adjust it. And then Kirk Pale Horse did 3 on this one, so we'll go ahead and just do all 3. And then just make sure you clean your hole. Nobody likes a dirty hole. All right, and then I'm going to cut around the circumference. And then we're going to cut this out, because if we don't cut that out and we fold it, it's going to mess it up. Now, we got to fold. Let that warm up. I'll fold it. Now we just have to trace out how we want it. And I always like to do it on this side. I hate doing it on the other side. Come down. Let's see here. Yeah, right about there. Bam. Nothing interesting about this. So there's doesn't say threaded barrel, compensated, anything like that. We're going to come down here, like so. It's already been done if I had a trim jig, but I'll be making my own trim jig. And I'm going to show you guys how I do that as well on this one, because now I've been 3D printing them. All right, and then let's see here. We'll cut right there. That looks good. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I'll be right back. Looking good, Billy Ray. Oh, yeah. And now it's assemble time. So these are all 1/4 inch. These are 3/8. That's a cat hair. Then these are all 0.4375. Gonna need some fine tuning. Tighten that. I'm gonna do it by hand. Where is? There we go. Money. And then these here, it's 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. And the screws, same thing, 0.4375. Bada bang. There's an OWB for Glock 34 and 35 with the BALDR Pro R on a G-code paddle with adjustable cant and adjustable retention and adjustable ride height. And the next one is going to be an AIW-B. Well, that brings us to the end of another video. This holster came out absolutely awesome. And, you know, I actually had a, pretty much a thought. I used to order all of my molds with the dual RCS blocking, which is this right here. And, well, now that I make and sell the blocking, I don't need to have it. So probably, I think over the next few months or whenever I pull a job, I might just mill it off with the CNC right there. That way it's a little bit cleaner looking on the sides, because now I could always add it. And a little tip to you guys, that the points to drill line up with your retention, so keep that in mind. So if we shave this off, we don't know where to put it, it always lines up with the retention and the points of the claw, always. So I'll probably clean up the holsters that way, and for now on, I haven't been ordering them with them or without them, so they look a little bit more cleaner. So I have a lot of changes coming, and man, I hope you guys enjoy a lot of the changes. You get to see them coming and happening this year. So, but this holster is gonna get a little bit of a clean, and then going out to Homestead, Florida, there is a second holster to go with this, so I'm gonna go ahead and build that as well. I'm not tonight, I'm gonna do that tomorrow most likely, along with a couple others. But I did about 10 or 12 orders today. I am happy with that after putting some of the shop back together from this weekend. And now it is 10 o'clock, and I'm gonna go inside and do some setup with the laser, and I have a box of foamies to do for you guys as well. So if you didn't know and you're just joining this channel, I have a laser engraver, and I engrave foamies, belt clips, whatever, for other holster manufacturers, and it adds a little, it brings you to the next level. So if you're interested in that, just feel free to send me a message, and we'll hook you up. It's a one-time setup fee, and then after that, it's 50 cents per clip, no min, no max. I've done 2,000 clips, 3,000 clips. I've done 5 clips, so people can just check them out. So on that note, huge shout out to Holstersmith. Thank you guys for everything you provide for us holster makers. We truly appreciate it. Not to mention the fast shipping. I got everything within 3 days for my last ones, and I already have stuff in my cart to order pretty soon. But Christmas is coming. I have a lot to do, both in the shop and outside the shop. So thank you guys for joining me. I will see you on the next one. Keep moving forward. See you later. Love you. Bye.